I don't know. Hey guys, I was waiting to see if anybody clicks on, if anybody can even see us here. We're just trying to get this thing up and going. Wanda's in there trying to get her something to drink. Um, Waiting to see if anybody clicks in. I don't know that we got all of our ducks in a row here. Okay. Just getting started, guys. We're about 10 minutes early. Hey, Julie. Let me know, Julie, if you can see us. Guys, we don't know if you can see or hear us.
There's not an us till now. Okay, now.
Now there's an us. Let us know if you can see us and hear us.
Noah's Ark, Cheryl, Carla, Julie, Mama Tried, Brenda. Hello, Miss Brenda. Okay. I had to go fix me some hot chocolate, guys.
Okay, Sharon says I can see you.
I got to see where I can get my cup in. Hey, Jen, Noah, Pat, Amanda, Cheryl, Active Agent, Springfield Ridge Farm. Okay, they're saying they hear you fine.
Okay, as long as you hear us fine. Oh, the camera fell down, guys. I'm trying to get this camera.
Playing with it. Hey, Mark, Jen's Jungle, Glenn. We got a lot of people in already.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Danny started a fire, then I had to open the back door because it got too warm.
The house was like 60, the mid 60s in here, and I told her, I says, we got to warm the house up and a little bit, where it's a little comfortable, and man, the next thing I know,
it was too comfortable.
It's too comfortable. It's too hot. I'm sitting here right now about to burn up in this shirt. I may have to make a break here in just a minute and go take these shirts off. Yeah. Let Wanda wing it for a minute.
I got a deer. Yes, y'all have to hear my deer story.
This has got to be, y'all. I always try to glorify God in everything that I do. There is no way on God's green earth that this was not God.
Yeah, because what were you doing this morning?
I got up this morning. Wanda and I were talking this morning when we got up. Wanda looked at me and she said, Danny, at some point, we've got to go to town and we got to figure out how to come up with some meat. She said, because we are out of meat.
Not out, but down.
Well, it's down to 1 or 2 packs.
Yeah.
And
I usually don't let it get this far.
We usually don't let it get that low. She says, we're going to have to come up with some money from somewhere and go see if we can get some meat. And I said, well, today we just done some work on the house, and I got some more work to do on it. I told her, I said, but today I'm going to be building cutting boards. I said, I'm not going to town today. I'm going out to my shop. I'm going to start cutting out cutting boards because several people's requested them. I'm going to start gluing them together, getting them where I can make them. And that's what I was doing. I had table saw running and all kind of stuff in the shop.
And you can't see outside the shop, or you can't. There's no windows. And with the saw running, he can't hear anything. And what was it, about 8?
About 8 o'clock. Yeah, you came into the shop.
Well, I was out. Let me back up on my side now. I was cleaning in the house, and I had a video I wanted to do, and I still hadn't got the video done, but I was cleaning up, and I had the broom, and when I'm sweeping the floor inside, I go outside sometimes, and I went out on the porch, and I start sweeping the porch. And I'd been out for a few minutes because I'd swept in the front porch, and I'd actually got onto the walkway and swept some of the leaves. All that leaf blowing y'all saw, it's just all back.
It's all back.
I'm sorry, on crazy days. The tree just
shed more leaves.
Hey, Rusty. And so I had swept a few leaves off the walk because it was just coming up on our step. And I got back on the porch and started walking around the porch and sweeping as I go, because we have a wraparound porch. And I heard something hit a board in the corral. I mean, a loud sound. And I thought, what is Frankie doing? I mean, has he gone crazy? And then I heard a bellowing like a baby calf. And our sheep doesn't make that sound.
No.
And so I thought, well, what is it? And I flipped and looked out toward the corral, and there was a deer running across the field. And I mean, it was hauling butt, and it looked like a big female to me. And she went all across the field, and I just sat there in amazement because I've been wanting to watch deer during the day, just see them all over the place like Danny used to see them. And so I just watched her, and she ran and she hit our wire fence and jumped into it, and then went over into the neighbors. And so I watched till she was gone, and then I went to the barn and went in and told Danny what I'd just seen. And he goes, well, I'll go check the fence in a little bit so that if it's down, Frankie won't get out. And I left and came out the door, and just as I came out the barn door, I heard that bellowing again like a baby calf. And I turned around and went right back in. I said, Danny, come out here right now. There's a baby deer in the corral. So I took off back out, and he was putting his boards together, so he had to stop that, and he came out. And when he did, I had spotted the deer. It was laying. You have a picture.
Yeah, let me pull
Put
this
it up where the deer was laying.
I'll show you. This is the deer.
No, hit the little eye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to move
And
that eye.
this deer was laying out near that wire cage, and it was still kicking, but
Its front feet was moving, but its back legs wasn't.
I think it had probably broken its back.
It ran and jumped into. If y'all notice over my right shoulder there is a thing that we use to haul our pigs around in.
It's a wire cage.
It's a wire cage. That lead deer had run around out there and had got freaked out because it was separated from the other one, and took off running and ran right into that wire cage and broke its back right in front of its back legs.
And so Danny had to put the deer out of its misery and stuff. And so we ended up with deer meat, not because I shot a deer. It was my deer because I found it. I saw it. I wouldn't let Danny claim it. I told him that's my deer.
Yeah,
so,
Wanda said that was her deer because she's the one who saw it. I would have never known the deer was out there, guys. I would have had me or Wanda, either one.
We wouldn't have seen it.
The deer would have ruined laying there because we had no clue.
And we wouldn't have walked out there at any point in time unless Danny needed to.
Right there?
Yeah, you have to hit. Wait, what are you doing?
Okay, hold on. Never mind.
No, you got to hit the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. And we wouldn't have known it was out there if I had not seen it or heard it. And Danny wouldn't have been back out for another couple of hours coming out of the shop.
Yeah.
And it would have been dead by then. And if I hadn't have saw the other one running and then went to tell him, I wouldn't have heard it, because where it's laying, we wouldn't have went out there at all.
No, we wouldn't have
unless
seen it
he
at all.
needed the disc. And there's no reason for us to need the disc.
No, because we don't have a tractor right now.
Yeah, the tractor will be back in a few days.
Yeah.
And so it was just a blessing from God, because he knows I might not could shoot the crossbow and kill a deer. And I wanted to so bad, and I wanted meat. And he just sent us our meat.
He just sent that. I mean, there's no way you can say that deer was not from God.
Yeah.
Because Wanda had said that morning, we've got to find a way to get some meat somehow or other. And then God just puts one with 15 to 20 feet in front of my barn. I mean, you just, you can't say that's not God.
Yeah. It was just totally amazing. I was just so, just blessed, because this is the second time in our life that this has happened. Last year, when Danny and we needed meat last year, and I said, Danny, we've got to go to town. We've got to get some meat. We went hunting that night, and a deer walked out 15 minutes after we got in the blind. And it's not happened again since.
No, we've not seen another one since. I mean, it's just that we're amazed at the goodness of God, and how that when He doesn't really provide. This is things that we learn in our life. He doesn't give it until we need it.
Yeah. And you do have to work for it. It's not that you don't. He puts it there, and if we had just said, oh well, whatever, and walked away, we might starve over the. I mean, we've got food. That's not the issue. We
wouldn't starve.
But the point I'm making is, you would starve at some point if you keep ignoring the blessings of God. Yeah.
I see Mark's on here.
Mark. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, did
Parker.
Did Parker get a hold to you? Because I talked to him and he told me he was going to be talking to you. So you'll know what I'm talking about. So just let me know on the screen here if he did get a hold to you and you were able to get the products that you needed.
Yeah. Yeah, God brought that deer right to us.
He brought it right to us. And, there I was, had to quit making cutting boards and spent the next 2 hours skinning a deer out, butchering it, cutting it all up. Now, we went ahead and cut the roast and we're going to be having some ground meat ground. We're gonna grind some ground meat out of it and stuff like that, and that'll be probably done this week sometime. You know, we'll get it done.
Yeah. So that was just amazing. It just made our day.
Maybe Satan tempted the deer to steal your Danny corn.
I
Sinclair, that's
I
funny.
think the deer were spooked by Frankie, and I think Frankie was spooked by the deer because he stayed in the barn for I don't know how long afterward. I think it scared him too.
Yeah. Frankie wouldn't even come out of the pen.
I think they scared each other is what happened because there were two deer, and Danny seems to think it was two small deer, but I thought the other one was bigger. He said, yeah, he talked to Parker, all is good.
Okay, I didn't get the email, or I wanted to have seen it. I didn't get it.
No, not yet. Probably, if I don't know which email. I've got several emails that I might not have even checked it yet. Marshall Farm said their strawberry plants are doing great.
Oh, great!
Did you put it in the freezer? Yes, we did. We're gonna make.
Well, now we ate some tonight, right before.
Yes,
we ate the tenderloins in stir fry right before we came on to do the live stream tonight. Mm-hmm. So
very tender.
Very tender, God. I'm telling you guys, this stuff almost melted in your mouth.
Wanda the deer slayer.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
My daughters both called and they were freaking out. They're going, Mom, I can't believe you shot a deer. And I said, I didn't shoot the deer. I said, it didn't happen that way. And I told them what happened. Oh. And then my oldest daughter said, well, why is Danny cleaning? If it's your deer, you should be cleaning. I said, no, technically, he's the one that had to use the knife.
Yeah.
So it's him cleaning.
Well, I told her, technically speaking, this is the second deer I've killed in my life with a knife.
Yeah.
So technically, I did kill it with a knife. I mean, that's one thing about it. But
oh, it does look like a squirrel sitting there.
Yeah, that's why I was just reading. That's when I started laughing. They said when they first opened the video, they thought there was a squirrel sitting on her stove back there. It does resemble one.
It's an eco fan. Those are the most awesome little fans you've ever seen.
No electricity needed. It just sits and turns based on the heat of it. Don't ask me how all this motion happens because I'm not.
That's one thing Danny don't know. He has not figured that fan out.
Figured out the forward motion of this thing yet, but I do know it creates a magnetic field when the heat rises up through those fans. But
I think the deer probably jumped to go over the fence, and when it did, I think it hit that cage there. It didn't see it or something, and it possibly got its leg caught and fell and broke its back in the fall. And I don't know.
We didn't. I mean, based on the way the tracks was in the sand there, he was freaking out and he was just running in all directions because he just tore the sand up everywhere, running all around. He couldn't figure out what to do because the other deer was running in the other direction, and he was trying to. And I think he tried to jump hard enough to jump to the fence, and when he did, he hit that cage. And he got his legs or something hung in it, and it broke his back somehow or other, and he flopped out on the ground. So
it was just a really freak accident.
It was God. I mean, you can't. You got to say it was God. There's just no other explanation.
They don't ever come into that part of the yard.
They never come in the yard.
They've never been in this part of the yard.
Never.
Well, when you weren't living here, when you were at your mom's for a while and not here, they came into the yard.
They came on the carport actually then. But
when do you plant sweet potato slips? I have sweet potatoes that are sprouting.
Oh, you don't do that until probably
January?
No, probably March the 1st.
Oh, the slips. Yeah, I thought he meant sweet potatoes for slips.
Yeah, no. You plant the slips anywhere from, depending on the weather now. They can't have a frost.
Yeah.
So it's got to be after the last frost. So that's anywhere from the 1st of March to the end of March, depending on how our weather's going.
Yeah, and we've got sweet potatoes on the hill where we planted sweet potatoes. Oh my goodness, y'all, we have probably hundreds of plants.
Oh, we got hundreds of slips growing everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere there's a little piece of potato.
It'll probably frost and kill them all, but.
Yeah.
Faye says
she finally gets to catch a live stream. All right, Faye.
And we,
like good YouTubers, sit down here tonight with no content. We were so busy doing things around here today.
We even had visitors.
We had visitors a while ago, y'all. We had visitors, new people moving to the area.
They're gonna be hit the eye.
Oh yeah, I gotta hit the eye.
I gotta tell him every time.
These are some new people that are going to be moving within 20 minutes of us, 15 to 20 minutes of us.
It's
Aaron. That's Aaron, Alan, and
Diane. I don't know that Diane's moving
Well,
necessarily.
now Diane may not be moving, but I know that
Aaron and
Alan is.
Diane was
She was down
visiting
from Indiana, is it where?
Indiana, Illinois,
Somewhere.
one of the I's.
One of the I states up
Indiana,
there.
I think she said Indiana University or the
Yeah.
University of Indiana.
But these are some new
Something
people.
like that.
They are interested in homesteading. They wanted to come by and visit. And we told them that would be perfectly fine if they wanted to do that. They wanted to see the homestead and how it was set up. And they thoroughly enjoyed the visit. Matter of fact, they said they would be coming back whenever they got their homestead set up. So,
Musewell says, how do we send prayer requests? You can send them to deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. I don't even have my list today, so everybody's going to have to forgive me.
You have to forgive us, guys. We just came in here on a whim.
Hey, Miss B.
Marshall Farm says, no, my sweet potatoes are sprouting. The ones I'm saving for slips.
Ours are too.
Ours are too, and there's nothing you can do about it, Delane. I mean, they're just, it just,
how deep?
It is what it is, you know what I mean?
How deep? There's our D.
Huh?
How deep?
Oh, there's Miss D and Miss B Lady and
Grizz.
Julie. There's Julie here and Grizz.
Yeah. D, we have not made sugarcane syrup yet, so you guys are still on my list to call.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be probably in the next week or so.
He keeps saying that, and it's not really...
It ain't turned cold.
It's not really turned cold. It was cool this morning, but it wasn't cold.
It was, I mean, we could have cooked it,
yeah,
but we just didn't.
How big was the deer? It was what'd you say? It was probably born in April?
It was born, it was this year's deer. It didn't have no spots or nothing like that. It was just a nice young doe.
Probably, how much did it weigh? 75 pounds, maybe?
Probably 75 pounds.
Yeah, not very big.
Wasn't real big, but just good eating size. It was like eating lamb. Let me put it that way, like a 5-month-old lamb. Strawberries in the ground here in Florida.
It is time now. We've got to work our strawberry beds. That's something we've got to get done. Just piling up on the list. But, so, other than that, that's been our day today.
Well, that's been our day, but we also have some videos coming up about more tile laying, guys. Ms. Wanda has been saving for I don't know how long. Has it been like a year or something like that?
It's been a while.
And
I was supposed to have gotten my tile in September, and for my birthday, we were going to go make the trip and buy the tile and all that. And I chose to go to Fulmer's instead, and we just hadn't went and gotten the tile. It's just been one thing after another. And since he started the cabin, we've been really
busy on that.
Concentrating on getting that foundation going. And we're through with the foundation. Okay?
First part of it.
Yeah. Well, the block.
Yeah, we're through with the block part. We still got the porch to go, but we're through with that part.
And so I told him before he goes any further, the kitchen gets finished. So we went and got you can show, we got picture somewhere.
Okay, we got one here.
We're not through with the kitchen, but this is before he grouts it. He's got to grout tomorrow, the next day, sometime. He's got to be grouting, but this is what it looks like. It's a brown stone with some bricks that are blonde and brown.
Yeah,
mixed.
They're kind of all mixed in with it. They all go together. We just needed, and you notice. We'll explain a lot of this in the video.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a spoiler on the video, but that's what it looks like, part of it. We did the whole kitchen around the countertops. I did all behind the stove. I put a little design behind the stove.
Hey, Mr. Jared, he says, going to use a mule to turn the sugar cane press. We have a guy that wants to come and do that. We've got to contact him. Probably be me on the lawnmower again, unless
it will whenever we do it.
Unless Joel will come and he's supposed to have sugar cane too, so we're supposed to do his, and if we can work that out, yes. How are my beautiful bunnies?
They're almost ready for freezer camp.
2 of them are. 2
of them ready to go to freezer. 2 of them should have been to freezer camp.
Yeah, and about 6, 7, 8, 9 of them will be about another month.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 babies. I had 4, and 2 of them didn't make it through there was a little bit of a cool spell when they were born, and they got too cool. The mama wouldn't take care of them. She was a new mama, and she kept pushing them aside. And So I'm down to 2 with her, but they're hanging in there. They're doing good.
There was a question back there about the strawberries. I think I missed it. Let me back up just a minute, guys. I don't like to miss too many questions. I saw it somewhere here. Okay, what do y'all do to your strawberry beds?
Well, that's coming up. We just have to.
We're
start.
fixing to have some videos up about that. We normally this time of the year try to go in and get all the babies off of the plants, because if you don't get them off, if you don't get the babies off the mother plants, and the babies don't get rooted, the babies will suck the mother plant and kill it. We've already lost one bed this year already. It's sitting out there right now. The whole bed died.
Yeah, we don't
because
know.
I haven't had time to get to it. I just haven't had time.
So we're gonna have to replant it, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
How often do you send the bunnies to freezer camp, and how many get to go? When they're born, we wait 12 to 14 weeks.
Yeah.
And then that's when we have to do that. And if you don't, you get overrun with rabbits. You have way too many.
Plus they're tougher.
Yeah, and they get tougher after 14 weeks.
Yeah.
And they're at their most tender stage between 12 to 14 weeks. And they're, at that point, they've grown really fast. After that, they start growing really slowly,
Yeah.
and you're just mainly feeding a
You're
rabbit.
just feeding a rabbit for nothing, because he doesn't really get that much bigger. And sometimes some of these rabbits, I've had to take my knife and actually whittle the hide off of them. They don't just pull off like they normally would. So you got to grow them fast, get them up there, and you can butcher them before 12 weeks. I mean,
yeah,
if you get them grown fast enough and pump the feed to them, you can. It's just that we don't break ourselves with feed like that. You know?
And ours are plenty big. Ours are very
we get about 2 or 3 pounds per rabbit butchered out weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They're about 4 pounds when we butcher them, 5, something like that.
Hi, Miss Cheryl from Tennessee.
Yeah.
So the rabbits are keeping us in meat, basically.
Yeah, we've been eating a lot of rabbit. We eat a lot of rabbit.
If you watch my series on Great Depression cooking, because rabbits was something they ate a lot of. So I was just very, very interested in what they did with them and how. And granted, my Deep South way probably isn't the way they did it, but I made one rabbit go, I forgot how many meals.
It was like 4 or 5 meals.
No, it was way more than that.
Oh, it was more than that, because you kept making broth and stew and all that kind of stuff. No, it went 7 or 8 meals.
It went a long ways. And so, Mark says he loves the new internet service. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, we do too. Yes.
But
we'll never go back to AT&T. Never. No. We can't no more. They took it away from us.
Yeah, we had to get rid of that.
I had to give it up. They said, you'll never get it back if you give it up. I told myself, I don't want it back.
No. But, that one rabbit lasted a long time. And I've been stretching meals, and that's what I'm learning to do. And that was all that Great Depression era cooking was. They had to learn to stretch a meal. And that's where your casseroles and salads and stuff came in, where they mixed everything together. Whatever you had left, you put it all together and made a meal. And I was reading on one thing where they took cold biscuits. If they had 2 biscuits left and there's 4 or 5 of them, they take those cold biscuits and lay them down, and they'd make a gravy. And if they had a little bit of meat or some vegetables or whatever, the biscuit, and nowadays we put other stuff in your casseroles. But the biscuits were your basic, and then you added the stuff to make a casserole. Basically it.
Basically it, yeah. Christy says, do you take a break from breeding in the heat of the summer? Yes. We do.
We keep them out in the summer.
We don't breed them during the heat.
Yeah.
JJC Farm says, do you keep a number of breeders, or do they reproduce in 14 weeks? We keep 3
mamas and 1 daddy.
3 mamas and 1 daddy, and they keep, as they breed, we wait a couple of weeks after we've pulled the babies off of them, and we rebreed them again. And we've done this now for, 2 years?
Well, yeah, pretty close.
Rusty said, I had a rabbit once, and it's at the Cuban place in Hattiesburg.
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means, Rusty, but...
Marshall Farms, yes. You probably did it at the info at Deep South. If you will use Deep South Homestead at gmail.com, I'll see it faster than the info at.
Yeah.
But I'll go check that one. And y'all, yes, you are welcome to come that week.
Yes. We have other people coming that week, too, to get sugar cane and other things like that.
Yeah, the end of the week, yeah.
Yeah. Woodbine Living says, ever thought about doing a podcast? Have we?
We've never, no.
I never wanted to do a podcast.
I'm not sure exactly what a podcast is other than
it's
what
like
we're
Zach
doing.
used to do.
Yeah, but I mean, they just don't see you.
They don't see you. Yeah, you just talk behind the scenes.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what a podcast does other than, you know. I think that you get a certain instrument. I mean, a certain.
Yeah, you do.
Topic.
Beef is getting high everywhere. That's right. Noah's Ark. Beef is getting high everywhere. That's one of the reasons why we just don't buy much meat, because we can't. I mean, we don't have the finances to do it, you know. Yeah. And Rusty says, I ate rabbit once. Sorry. But don't be sorry.
It's kind of good.
It's good. Let's see. Archie Homesteader said, we had sausage gravy over toast and called it ship on the shingles, if you get my meaning. Yes, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Just change a couple of them letters and I understand exactly what you're talking about.
How many rabbits are we harvesting
a year? Oh, gosh.
Let's see. Probably about 14.
We do about 14 each time. And we do that how many times a year? Probably 4?
Probably.
Yeah, so 4 of them.
And not necessarily 14 each time, but the 2 mamas I had originally, and I've had to get rid of one of them, but the 2 I had originally, between the 2 of them had 14 altogether, and so they were averaging out, and we did that 3 or 4 times last winter, and then we let them have the summer off, and this is what, the second or third?
We butcher about 42 rabbits a year.
Probably, yeah.
Right around there, yeah. Have you ever tried a cow share program? No, I have not. I know what it is, but I never have done it. We're looking into, we're wanting to get some Dexter cows, if we could come up with them. We've got a friend locally that raises them, but he doesn't have enough to actually start breaking off and selling any yet. So we're kind of keeping our eye open for a good male and female for breeding purposes, because we'd like to breed our own for our own meat.
Yeah, Noah's Ark wants to know what rabbit tastes like. Okay, this is not really supposed to be funny, but it tastes like chicken.
It tastes like chicken. It's white meat, just like chicken. It's just like eating chicken breast.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it can be very tender.
Yes.
I put mine in the crock pot lots of times, but I have baked it in the oven. It's still tender.
Beth wants to know, what do you do about your does when they get stubborn about breeding? Keep throwing them back.
And if not, butcher and get a new one.
Just butcher them, get another one. If you can't do what you're supposed to do on the farm, you got to go.
Sinclair said 40 rabbits a year. You must be growing a fuzzy tail by now. It keeps us in meat.
It keeps us in meat. Ever made rabbit jerky? No, I've never made rabbit jerky. I've made rabbit sausage, but I've never made rabbit jerky.
They want to know, do we can? Yes.
Yes.
I canned the broth and some of the meat in the broth for making soup. And I made soup while Lori family was here.
Yeah.
They actually didn't know they were eating rabbit soup. They thought they were eating chicken soup, but I don't know that I ever told them. Oops, I might have just did. I don't know if I even told them it was rabbit.
I know, let's see here, Marshall and them said they ordered their Excalibur 9-tray dehydrator. It will be here Wednesday. You will love it. Yep. I'm going to tell you, the thing is fantastic. Future Dreams to Reality, Miss Sarah says, what have I missed? You missed it all, Sarah.
You missed my deer story.
You missed her deer story. You're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning and watch the thing over again. Because we don't want to tell it twice.
Matt is saying it's more gamey. To me, I don't know that it really is.
What, the rabbit?
Yeah.
No,
ours is real.
Ours is just as, it has no gamey taste
at all. It has no taste at all like that.
Now, maybe in what you feed them. So maybe that's it. We feed ours a lot of natural stuff off the homestead.
Hey, Andy's backyard. He just got here, too. We're doing just fine.
We are doing great right at the moment.
All right, Jen says she's going to end up in freezer camp. She's so behind in the garden. Let's hope not.
Rusty said, "Can I buy a butchered rabbit from you and try it again?" Yeah, if he wants to buy
I tell you what, I could cook Rusty some rabbit, and he could come eat one day. And
that might be the best thing, Rusty. Why don't we just cook rabbit one day and you come eat with us? How about that?
I think that would be better, and because not that I don't trust you to cook it, but if it's cooked right, I don't think you would notice too bad of a difference between chicken. You would almost think you're eating chicken.
Somebody Woodline Living said, "The skin's good for anything. If you like tanning rabbit hides, it's great because they don't have any holes in them and it's a good clean hide. We just don't worry with them because we don't have enough time."
Yeah. Coco Noel says, "Wanda, oh dear."
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie saying rabbit isn't gamey. Is 5 pounds after bones. I'm not sure. Some of these must be.
No, they're about 5 pounds. They butcher out between around 3 to 4 pounds. So they're probably 5 pounds before we butcher them.
Probably.
Yeah, because the inside's probably a little over a pound.
Yeah, Sarah wants to come eat some too. So Sarah, you're gonna have to
come right on.
Y'all just set up a date. We'll cook something.
That's fine. Mark says, "How cold is it? I see the wood stove is burning."
Actually, the back door's open.
The house was like 65 degrees a while ago, and I told Wanda, I said, "Before we go to bed tonight now, we need to warm the house up a little bit." And I built a little fire in this wood heater back here, Mark, and you got the same one, so you know what happened from that point on, man. It just started heating up, and
he built a little fire.
I built a little bitty fire. I mean, like 3 little pieces of wood. And no, we had to open the door. The door's open behind me right here, letting the cool air in. So, let's see. Grizz says, "Thumper is so cute. How could you butcher him? Ain't a problem when you want him meat. You got to realize, guys. I know this is Grizz. He's just being sarcastic, but you cannot become attached to your animals. The thing about going out picking them up every day and petting them and all this kind of stuff, you can forget that, man. I put an animal in a pen, I don't even touch that animal until I get ready to butcher him. I mean,
if you get attached to them like you do your dogs or your cats,
you can't do that.
It is hard to do. And yes, I do pick mine up and play with them a little bit when they're little, but it's once every 2 or 3 days. I don't continually do it. I don't name them.
Matt says, "How many do you eat in one meal?" Matt, we ate 7 or 8 meals off of one rabbit.
Now, most people can't do that. Most people sit down with the rabbit and they eat the meat, But Danny and I ate 1 leg apiece the first night. Then I took the meat that was left over off 2 other legs and the back strap. And the second night I made stir fry. And both of us ate stir fry, and I had enough left that he ate a 3rd meal.
Yeah.
Then I boiled the broth, and I made enough dumplings that I had 2 meals. And then from the other broth that was there that I had left and the extra meat, I made a stew with potatoes and carrots and stuff. And we ate like 3 meals out of that. So that one rabbit provided enough something for all those meals.
Yeah, that wasn't just solid rabbit. It was rabbit mixed in with meals. But Archie Homesteader said, "Rabbits can scream." It scared the heck out of me and all who were watching.
It bothered me too.
It bothered Wanda too the first time because unless you whack that rabbit just right, it can scream. So I usually do most of the whacking. So
what is our favorite rabbit meal?
Oh, your favorite one?
Stir fry.
Probably stir fry.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a stir fry.
He said, "I guess that's how you guys stay in shape." Yeah, because we don't eat a lot.
No, we don't eat a whole lot.
We're not big eaters.
If you're big, heavy eaters, it wears you down, believe it or not. If you're doing a lot of heavy physical exertion,
which we do.
You do, but you have to have a lot of carbs and stuff like that in your body and proteins. And we're not a big carb person, so we just kind of pace our day out.
Sarah wants to know how you dispatch the rabbit. She's only heard of using a gun. That's only on the wild.
That's only on. No. There's a very humane way to do this, and there's
Yeah, you'll have to come visit
you
one
would
day,
have
and
to
I
visit and
promise
let
you
me
will
show you
not
how to
freak
do it.
out.
You won't freak out. There's a certain way to hold a rabbit, and when you hold him a certain way, he's paralyzed. He can't move, and you just tap him, and you know it's a very simple process.
Beth says, you know we don't work. Right.
None of us work. If you're a homesteader, you do not work. I don't know where people got that idea at. I swear.
I hear it over and over. Y'all
need to get a job. Y'all need to get a job.
Or either
you don't do nothing.
Why can't you do so and so because you don't work?
Yeah, y'all don't go to a job every day, so why can't you do this or why can't you do that? I tell you what, come walk in my footsteps one day. That's all I ask.
And fuss at me again.
Then ask me.
That's so right.
I may die at dark that evening, but I'll tell you what. The Joker's is going to walk hard that day.
I can't keep up with him, and he's supposed to be the one in trouble.
I'm the wore-out old man, and Wanda can't even keep up with me.
I just come in the house and let him go.
Yeah, she says, I'll just find him out there somewhere. That's all I know.
Mama Tribe says her husband used some kind of pellet pistol on their rabbits.
I got a pellet gun, but I don't need it. I mean,
there's no point.
It's a very simple process, the way I dispatch of them.
Beth said we don't work and we have plenty of money.
Well, I don't know if we have no money, but
that's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, that's the myth that people have.
That's the myth that people have.
Yeah. Oh no, homesteaders, they don't work and they got all this money. Yeah. Go on, believe in that. Yeah. Try to be a homesteader.
You have a little money because you save what little bit you have and you put it toward what you want. You don't blow it continuously all week long.
You're not riding the roads looking for somewhere to spend it. Oh, okay. Just what you guys do on film, I couldn't keep up, man. What you see on film ain't a drop in the bucket to what we do every day.
Okay, Woodbine wants to know what my coffee cup says.
Miss B Lady sent this.
It is the Gospel Story by Colors. It's black stands for our sins, red for the blood of Jesus, blue for faith, white tells us we are now clean and forgiven, green reminds us of our growth in God's love, and yellow stands for the promise of eternal life.
Yep, Miss B
Lady. And it's full of hot chocolate.
Full of hot cocoa. Yeah. Let's see. Sarah says, laugh out loud and I will not comply.
About what?
I don't know what you're going to I missed something up through the chat, I guess.
I don't know.
South Georgia Hydroponics says, Deep South Homestead, just a tap. Yep.
Just a tap. Well,
actually, what most people don't realize is when you tap the rabbit, when you tap him behind the head, that doesn't kill him. All it does is knocks him unconscious. It's just like when you dispatch of a pig. When you shoot the pig between the eyes, that does not kill the pig. All it does is just leaves him stunned. You have like 9 to 10 seconds to actually cut the artery to finish killing the pig. That's what most people, and the same thing with the rabbit. As soon as you tap him in the head, you've got just about 10 seconds to bleed him out, and that's it.
Sarah was replying to someone called I Will Not Comply. That's somebody's name.
Oh, that's somebody's name.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. So a 50 caliber would be a little overkill. Yeah, 50 cal would probably be a little overkill. If you want to eat the rabbit, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, April says she's glad we changed the internet service. Yeah, we are too. It has made a tremendous difference. And we should have done this a year ago.
We should have done this a long time ago, guys. We were scared. We were real scared. AT&T had us all freaked out, you know. No, not really. We
just were being loyal to AT&T, which was not benefiting us.
We wasn't sure about Gen 5 until we waited our neighbor out. And our neighbor actually got Gen 5. And then we had a neighbor wait us out.
Yeah.
And he told us, I'm not getting Gen 5.
Yeah.
So he said that the latency is too long of a period of time for him and what he does. So.
Yeah, but it works for us. It does. We've uploaded movies, our videos. One the other day uploaded in less than 3 minutes. And I was just going, whoa. Another one that usually, his porch time, I think, usually takes us at least 2 to 4 hours on a good day. On a bad day, 12, 14 hours.
Yeah.
It's just a cordon. And this one went up in less than 15
That's
minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. Rusty, we got HughesNet Gen 5.
April says, are y'all planning on selling strawberries again? If so, when? Are you talking about strawberries or strawberry plants?
The plants is when we get through going through and
I'll
seeing
sell
what
plants.
we have
I'll
left.
sell plants
Yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
Have the Have More Farm. Have you ever eat fried squirrel brains? My dad used to do that, but no, I have not.
And I don't.
And I don't really plan on it. He used to eat them with scrambled eggs. I remember that as a kid. My dad was a big time squirrel hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, they thought she meant 50 calories.
Yeah, Faye says she has a flock of white Orpingtons that are nearly 7 months old, not laying any thoughts. Give them about a month.
The time change. Well, the daylight hours.
Yeah.
If they don't get 14 hours of daylight, they won't lay. So if you put a light on them
they may start
laying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beth says, gotta go deer hunting. Good luck, Beth. I hope you have good luck.
Yeah. We are going to be looking for chickens. We're going to let ours lay until they lay out, and then when they do, we're going to swap them out because they're about 2 years old, and we usually swap them out at 2 years. And mine are still laying, not like I'd like them to, but I still get enough eggs for us every day. So
yeah, we get more than enough eggs right now.
Yeah. How's your family?
How is my family? Y'all don't even want to go
You
there.
don't want to go there.
You don't want to go
His
there.
dad's doing okay.
My dad's doing great. Let's just leave it at that. You want to know? Talk to me personally, and I'll tell you.
No, don't even talk to him.
No.
It's been a weird day with his family too.
Yeah, it's
but
been
his
a
dad's
weird day.
okay.
My dad's great. You know, my dad's probably doing better than he's ever done. But I mean, there's some other issues.
Yeah. All right. Some of them are talking about.
They're talking about fried squirrel stuff.
Rusty said he's getting chickens. He put the coop together today.
All right.
What kind?
Yeah, what kind of chickens are you getting, Rusty? I mean, let us know.
Yeah, Music Well said they only got
one morning hunting so far this season since October 28th, and that was the opening morning.
We haven't really been hunting yet.
No, technically we haven't. We still moving the camera around trying to find out where we really need to be at, really, because I don't want to waste my time.
Because they came in where we had it to start with. They were coming in one spot. He moves it to that. Now they're coming back in the other spot.
Yeah.
It's like playing.
It's like playing chess or something with them, you know.
Well, the two fox have them kind of weirded out right now. We've got these two fox running around.
Yeah, Miss B Lady said one of those don't answer the phone days. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
What do you like for layers? Right now we've got buff Orpingtons and
the red sex links.
Red sex links, and they both have been excellent layers.
They've been great layers, y'all.
And then we had, what was the first one? The speckled.
Dominics.
The Dominics. They were good layers. That's just a mean bird to each other.
They're just mean. They're mean to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you stew old chickens?
We pressure can ours.
I pressure them.
Yeah.
And then I can some of the broth and meat in jars and use it for soup.
Let's see. Faye says, I have some Araucanas also, but they have been laying nearly a month. Yeah.
Rhode Island Reds are good layers. Yeah, but Rhode Island Reds were a scrawny little bird here, and they were kind of, was that the ones that were mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of mean.
Arky said they got some Brahma chickens, but they're as big as turkeys. Yeah, they are. They have a lot of leg problems. Those are mostly meat birds. And as soon as they get to be a certain size, you need to go ahead and take them out and put them in freezer camp. Don't try to keep them.
The barred rocks, was that what we had instead of Dominics?
We had some barred rocks. We had some Dominics.
Okay, so we've had both of them. They were good chickens.
You tell the difference by their combs.
Yeah, they were good chickens.
They were good chickens.
Any problems with those? Well, there's your question.
And that was Sarah. Sarah, if you're going to get a bird, your buff Orpingtons is probably your most docile bird to handle.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Are we going to the conference in Tennessee? The answer is a big old no. We were not invited back. We don't know what happened. We were told we'd have a place, and then all of a sudden we're not in the clique no more. So the answer is no.
And we'll leave it at that.
I'm not going somewhere I'm not wanted, so
we'll leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that.
What about meat birds? What's a good kind? What was that kind you just said?
Well, the Brahmas, any of your
big old birds,
any of your big birds, like if you're just wanting strictly meat birds, you want a bird that's that grows off really fast. It's not really a good egg layer. It's just a good fast growing bird, you know.
Thank you, Funky Drummer. He said he really enjoys our channel. God bless. God bless you, guy. Thank you. Well, it could be a woman. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say guy.
Julie said Rhode Island Reds are great layers, too. Rhode Island Reds are great layers. They're just mean birds.
Yeah.
Buff Orkingtons are good setters.
Sinclair said Popeye's good. I agree with Sinclair. Bring me some Popeyes and I'm good. All the breeds.
Rusty, that's a good idea. Buy a grown chicken instead of raising the baby chicks. Christy said Red Rangers are gentle. They may be. I've never grown a Red Ranger.
How do you feel about using the Freedom Rangers for meat? Is that a type of chicken? I guess.
Breed of chicken.
Breed.
Yeah. I don't. South Georgia. I don't know anything about the Freedom Rangers.
Thank you, Ruby Ranch.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Faye saying Rhode Island Reds are mean. Thank you, guys. We're just leaving it at that. Possibly you were already considered as coming, and there wasn't a need to invite, guessing, but shocked.
Oh no.
No. No, that wasn't even a.
That wasn't even ever a question.
Yeah. Rhode Island Reds can be sweethearts. Now Danny's had a couple of them.
I've had some. I had a rooster one time, or my brother did, that actually rode on his handlebars of his bicycle with him everywhere he went. I mean, the rooster was just a great chick, and he was just a great bird. But it's very rare to get them like that, because we had some. Every time Wanda went to pen, they just attack her. I mean,
yeah, and for the most part, it's just, I guess, the bird, because I didn't have any issues with most of them. It was the barred rock.
Yeah.
We had 2 barred rocks that were easygoing roosters. Didn't have any problems. Yeah. And then all of a sudden one day, one of them, and this was after having them for months, nearly a year, the thing started attacking me every time I went in, and we had to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So,
Music Well said, I hate hearing that. I'll stay home then too. Well, I mean, you do what you
guys
want to
can
do.
do whatever.
You do what you want to do. I mean,
that's not a problem with us. Just answering a question.
We're just answering a question. Somebody asked a question, we just answered it.
Okay.
Moonlight Day says, is that a fan on your stove? Yes, that is a Eco fan. It has no electricity hooked to it. It strictly runs off of heat, and it moves about 75 cubic feet of air around. I don't remember if that's per minute or per hour. I don't remember, but you get them at Lehman's Hardware.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
That's where that one comes from. It does a fantastic job. Now you can't hear it, or you might can hear it. There's a blower on the heater actually going at the same time that's going to actually push the heat through our house here.
Yeah. Somebody was asking about buffs. They said had heard they might not do well with the heat. Our buffs do great.
Ours done great.
We haven't had any problems with it. Lady, there is a list already up.
Yes, there's already a list up. You can go to the site, and we already know who's going to be there and everything. So
yeah.
Ruby Ranch, what did they say there? We bought Doug and Stacy's old cook stove. We have to get an Eco fan for sure to circulate the heat. Yeah,
these things, we didn't really realize how much heat they would move. It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome, because literally you could burn, even with our other wood heater we had it on, you could build a fire in it, and you could feel the heat in the room, but we set that fan on there, and within a matter of minutes, it would heat the whole room. Very comfortable.
Have we had Morans? No.
Oh, no, we've not had Morans. That's what Rhett had out there, the copper Morans and stuff.
Yeah, those are pretty. We've had Easter eggers for a while, but we couldn't sell the eggs. Nobody wanted blue or green eggs. We were fine with it, and so we finally got rid of the Easter eggers. And
Sarah, I've had Wyandottes before. The Wyandottes do really good. They're mainly a northern bird, but they're also good. Kids are calling. Good night, Deep South.
Woodbine Living. Good night.
Yeah, good night, everybody. It's like John Boy, Mary Ellen, Jason, all of them.
Yeah. Good night.
Okay, Danielle Yoder says, I'll miss seeing you guys there. I was looking forward to meeting you. Well, there was a lot of people that were, but, you know, I'm sorry, guys. We're going to have a thing in the spring, Lord willing, once again, for people to come and meet and greet and just sit around and chit-chat, you know. And we'll try to have something for people who want to come meet us. But Archie Homesteader says, "Is the fan quiet?" Yes, it makes absolutely no noise.
Yeah, the only thing you hear right now, if you hear anything, is the blower.
It's a blower. It's electric.
If I turn that off, you don't hear anything.
Yeah, it's electric blower on the wood heater. I have it going also.
I don't know.
Turn it till it clicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this fan right here is making a racket too.
Jen from the Nut House says, "Springtime's fun. I'm there."
Okay.
We're gonna hold you to that if we do it.
Tell her probably March.
It'll be in March or something. Anybody going to the Great Appalachian Homestead, make up a bunch of Deep South business cards and pass them.
Thank you, Grizz. That would be funny.
That'd be funny, Grizz. That would be fun.
We're looking at March. There was 2 dates in March. I want to say 7th and 14th. I can't remember for sure. And if not, there's 2 dates in April. So it's according to where we can find a building and things like that. And I tried calling yesterday on one building, and because of Veterans Day, they were off. So
yeah,
I'll work on that this week, and we'll know more before long.
And happy Veterans Day, guys. Today is Veterans Day.
Yes.
Let's see here. We enjoyed the gathering so much. I bet a conference where people taught their skills would work great here. Let me tell you, Sharon, what we ran into at the conference when we were there is that people were running around like rats trying to get to everybody's thing that they was doing, that they didn't really get to hear or mingle with anybody.
They didn't get to mingle.
That's like us. We met a lot of people, but we didn't get to talk to anybody.
Very few did we talk to more than just a minute at a time.
So.
And so what we wanted to do, ours is more going to be like it was the other day, more like a meet and greet where we can sit down and talk to people. Even though I didn't get as much time this time to talk, next time is going to be a little different. We're going to space it where, I mean, I was doing everything this time. I basically did it myself. Next time I'm going to have a little bit of help where I can sit down and relax that day and talk to people.
And Sandy wants to know what the date was again. It was in March. We didn't actually have a specific date, just in
7th or 14th are the 2 dates. I've kind of narrowed it down to because I didn't want to get into Easter. Easter's at the end of the month. It's like maybe April 1st or something.
Yeah.
I didn't want that weekend around, either one of the weekends around it. So we were going to stay up the 2nd or 3rd week in March or the 2nd or 3rd week in April, I think it was. And try and shoot for one of those. It's according to when we can find a building. In this area, buildings are scarce. Just let me say that. And when you find one, you pretty much have to take a date that's open. You have to
just take the date that's open, you know, unless you're willing to travel way off somewhere, you know, to do it. Let's see
Wallace
here.
Lakes, hello. Hadn't seen you guys in a while.
Brad's right. Cause see, I talked to Brad when I was up at the conference in Tennessee. He said, "I agree. Learned a lot during the classes, but not much making contact with people." And that's our whole thing is building community.
And during our gathering the other day, it wasn't so much about meeting us as it was you guys meeting each other.
Exactly.
And we saw different little people sit here and talk, and then they would be moving around, and they'd be over here talking, and they then standing over here and talking. So each person got to know the other more than they came to see us.
Yeah, y'all get to see us on here all the time, but our goal is to get you people to mingle with one another and find out who maybe is in your area, make friends, stuff like that.
Even if you come from a long distance.
Yeah.
With the internet, you can talk back and forth. Brenda said she would help, and Brenda was like our saving grace, her and Paul. They came in early. We didn't ask them. We didn't know they were going to be there that early, but they came in, and if it wasn't for those two, they helped decorate, set up tables.
Yeah.
They practically took over and just went with it for us. So they were wonderful. And that's what it's all about, is just having people come in and help and learn who each other are.
Learn who each other.
Brenda and Paul and Miss B Lady and Two Family.
Yeah.
They all live in all different directions. One in New York, one in Missouri, one in Ohio. They've become very good friends now. And they will be, and Mark is in Illinois.
Yeah.
All these people were here, and they'll be talking to each other on the internet and stuff, keeping up with each other, offering advice. It gives you somebody that you feel closer to than just, it means something when you've met each other.
It does. I mean, y'all talk to each other here online, but when you meet each other face to face, it's just a whole new reality. It's like you become the best of friends.
Grizz is holding a Deep South homestead in Oregon if we want to go.
The time of the
Everybody
year.
Everybody want to go to Oregon? Not in the winter. I'm not coming in the winter, I promise.
Jen says, I plan on coming for a week. Let me know how I can help.
It's all yours, girl. Go for it. You can do the whole thing.
You don't even got to worry about a hotel room. You already have a room here if you want to come.
If Danny would get busy with the cabin, you would have a cabin.
Yeah, if we could find some money, we could do it.
If I could get him finished with the cabin, you could stay in the cabin.
Yeah. Homesteading is a community making friends and helping each other out and learning from others. That's right.
Hey, Mud Pie Girl.
That is right. That's the way we look at it. We're trying to, guys. Look, let me just break it down as simple as I know how. Homesteaders are a dying breed. We're a lonely group of people. We don't fit in anywhere. We're all looked upon as being nuts or wacko.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to just try to get together as like-minded people so we can fellowship with one another and actually not feel out of place when we go somewhere.
And somebody's asking about the camper. It is still here.
Yeah, it's still here.
We've got it all torn out, ready to fix the back window, and he started on the cabin, but we're still planning on trying to do both projects. It'll just take longer.
Yeah.
So the cabin was something he had been wanting to do, and he just made up his mind.
Well, it's just like this. My health is not getting any better, and the cabin's going to be a lot of hard work, and if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. The camper,
we can work on
we can work on that anytime. It's just that the cabin is a lifelong dream that I want to make happen.
Ruby Ranch says the newbie, she said, especially us newbies, we count on others to try and figure out what the heck we're doing half the time. Sometimes I do that too. I just have to go online and look to see what other people have done just to see if I can do it different or, and Brenda says they're all crazy. We know that.
The Music Well said, breaking news, Israelis just shot down a Syrian drone.
Ooh.
Guys, let me tell you something. Keep your eyes on Israel.
Yeah.
Because they're the hinge point for the whole world. And things are fixing to get really, really sticky here before long. There's some things going on in the Middle East that's could be pretty significant. Let me put it that way. So get your homesteads up, get them running, get busy.
Prep like there's no tomorrow.
Prep like there's no tomorrow.
Olin says he plans to attend the whole day. Now, Olin was there. He came in later in the
Yeah, he
afternoon.
came in later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We got to meet him. Actually, it actually was better because everybody had almost left at that time, and we got to spend some time with Olin and Mark and
B-Lady didn't spill it.
And B-Lady and everything. Yeah, we got to spend all of it there. Let's see what music. Well, what did he say? Where'd it go? Oh, Israel and Saudi Arabia about to smash Iran.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, guys, let me tell you something. These are all biblical tribes. These all go back to Esau and Jacob. They're still fighting to this day, you know, and even some of them go back to Isaac and Ishmael.
Yeah. Hope springs eternal. Thank you. We will put that. I thought I took the super chat off. Obviously, I didn't.
No, I still see it right there.
Okay. Thank you for that. I was going to take super chat.
We was going to take it off because YouTube gets like 30% of it. And we didn't want people.
I did do it, actually. I went through the process and thought I did. It said it took it off, but thank you anyway. I didn't even realize it was still on there.
Sarah, there's a lot of things going on in Israel right now. Israel is on the offensive. The only reason that nothing major has happened in the Middle East right now is because Israel is a nuclear superpower. And these other small countries know that, and they know that Israel is not afraid to use them. But Israel also knows that once it uses them, that all hell's going to break loose at that point, if you just pardon my expression. But that's, and they're trying to hold off as long as they can. But if at any moment they think that something's going to be detrimental to them, they will use the nukes.
Yeah, Music Well saying set up a PayPal and you can send at no charges a gift to friends and family.
Yeah.
We have a PayPal, and
we do.
That was one reason we were going to take the super chat off, is because YouTube gets, I don't know, it's 27, 30, 28, 30,
30%
something.
Of what you send, yeah.
And so I thought I took it off last week, but obviously it didn't. But we do have a PayPal. Anybody that wants to help do anything can go to our PayPal. You know, we have an Amazon link. If you want to support our channel, you can go there. But we're not asking you guys to do anything, but it is there if you want it. If you want to send something, you can send it to our P.O. box. All those things are appreciated, but we are not asking you that you do anything. But we did want to take the super chat off because YouTube does get so much of a hunk of it. And we just didn't think that was right to y'all to give us money, and they take such a big part of it.
Right. B-Lady says, Danny, isn't Iran nuclear? Iran has some nukes, but they can't compare to what Israel has. And they know that, and they know if they go in and start messing with Israel, Israel can outgun them, and they know that.
7D, Sherry just showed up. Sherry,
yeah, she's been on for a little while.
I saw her just a minute ago, but I wanted to tell her I took out the pecan cinnamon bread today and thawed it out. And when we had company, we had Alan and Aaron and Diane. And before they left, I gave them a piece of your cinnamon pecan bread, and they just loved it. It was awesome. So thank you. I just wanted you to know that your bread is good.
Grizz says, Wanda, well, B-Lady says, when is it again? I guess she's talking about the get-together. But Grizz says, Wanda, put your PayPal at the top of the descriptions when you take Super Chat down.
Okay, I just have to go back in because I thought I clicked that button to take it off, but obviously I got to go back and look for something. Yeah, and you still have to pay taxes on top of it probably. So we're trying to figure all this stuff out. We're not one to do a whole lot of this, and we've got several things in the works that hopefully will help keep us funded, and one of them is our Etsy store.
Yeah. We
keep things up on Etsy all the time. It's deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com, I think, or something like that. And the Etsy store is what keeps us going. We have some seeds. Danny has one wooden bowl up. We have some Christmas ornaments we've made. What else? Fat Pine Lighter,
Fat Pine Lighter, Danny Books,
Danny
cookbooks,
Corn, my cookbook. All these things are on Etsy. We just
sweet
don't.
potato manuals.
Yeah, we just don't think to mention it, and we know we get lots of new subscribers that wouldn't know we have an Etsy store, but that is what funds us. We also have an Amazon link in the descriptions. If you want to buy Christmas, go through our Amazon link. We get a penny or two off each dollar. They send us a check every month, and we don't have to touch anything.
B-Lady says, Danny, Israel didn't do well last time against Hezbollah. Israel held back, B-Lady. There were some things that went on behind the scenes there that kept Israel from going ahead and unleashing literal hell on these people. That was, there's a lot that I can't talk about right there.
Yeah, Mark said he left with a loaf of bread and some cinnamon rolls. He really enjoyed 7D stuff. Yeah, and I think Brenda told me that she and Paul ate some of their bread on the way home or something, and she said it was awesome. So everybody loves 7Ds. If you hadn't checked out 7D Farms, go check her. She's one very, very good cook, especially bread and turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce.
Yeah, Ruby Ranch says Netanyahu is a true leader. He will protect Israel at all costs. That's exactly right. If he at any moment thinks, and God still protects Israel. That's one thing they have going for them is God's behind them. And Sarah says, Danny, I know you stay up to date on the news and everything going on, but what sources do you use? Channels on TV? No. I never listen to a channel on TV. Internet, certain websites, etc.
Yeah.
People who call me on the phone, talk to me one-on-one. The internet, no.
Well, you see things on the internet.
I may see some things on the internet,
them out.
but I have to check them out through sources. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Hey, Tim Beverly. Hadn't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen Tim Beverly in quite a while. Christy Bett says my comment keeps kicking back. I don't know why. Keep trying, maybe it'll go through.
Cheryl says J Noel's not on the list. I'm not sure exactly what she's saying, but she was
talking about up at the conference.
She's going to buy her first mini Rex from him.
Yeah.
Okay. We have white New Zealand.
Yeah, we got the New Zealand whites.
New Zealand whites, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, J Noel's not on the list at the conference either, so you don't.
As of now.
As of right now, yeah. I don't know if John just hadn't. I don't know why he hadn't done what he's done, or if he wasn't asked.
Yeah, Brenda said they ate the lemon poppy seed bread on the way home.
Okay, what? Google is not right all the time. With fake news, hey.
Fake news is the best.
Yeah, you want to listen to fake news, man. I mean, if
every news agency, yeah.
Yeah, I hate to bust y'all's bubble with that, but
yeah.
Let's see. Miss Sharon Fikes so enjoyed talking. It was so amazing. It was such an amazing talking about 7D.
Yes. And 7D.
What was saying family wanting my sister and I get an apartment to be easier, terrified to go somewhere.
And she can't raise
food.
The best thing to do if you can't raise food is to find food as cheap as possible and put up as much as you can. Put up as much
as you can. Don't worry about it being organic or whatever. If you got to save food, organic's not going to save your life. What's going to save your life is just food.
Food. Don't worry about it being...
When crap hits the fan or life-changing event, whatever you want to call it, EMP, organic's going to go out the window. You're going to find whatever you can to eat. So just...
Yeah, you eat what you have. If it's nothing but canned food from the grocery store, I used to when my kids were little, I prepped even back then. I kept a supply of canned green beans, canned English peas, canned hominy, whatever I could buy cheap, canned corn, all that stuff. And you can buy canned stuff. I mean, it's not cheap, but you can find it on sale. When you find it on sale, you can buy up those things. They're better than not having food at all. Freeze-dried food and dehydrated food is another good way to go.
They're all making fun about the news networks. CNN's Communist News Network.
Yes, Full Spectrum Survival.
Full Spectrum. I've watched Full Spectrum. Brad has some pretty up-to-date stuff on there. You know, and He's not a bad one to watch, I'll say that. But usually
Yeah.
when Brad's stuff comes up, I already know it.
Yeah,
So
we kind of, I watch him off and on. I Cannot Comply says their homestead is called Patriot Ridge. I like that.
I like that. Yeah. B Lady says dollar store rice beans, etc. Use bay leaves for bugs. Yes, most people don't know that bay leaves keeps bugs out of things.
Yeah, and
It's an ancient Egyptian thing. They actually stored grains and all with bay leaves in it.
And a dollar store for Clorox. You're going to need bleach.
Yep.
Vinegar.
Now think about liquid
salt.
bleach. Now hold on. Liquid bleach only lasts about a year. You're going to have to sodium hydroxide, sodium hydrochloride. Wait a minute. Sodium hydrochloride is what you make soap with.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. When you make it.
I know, but I don't know what it's called. I mix
my mind
up.
just went blank for a moment. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
and Jen's the quinoa and legumes are easier to cook than dry beans. We've gotten to using quinoa, and it's really pretty good, you guys. I've really gotten to liking it a lot better than rice.
April, God woke me up at 2 o'clock this morning and gave me a message. It's not one that I want to do, but I will have to do it. It's just going to take me putting the right things in the right place at the right time because it's going to be extremely controversial. It's almost like I was in the spirit in a dream or in a vision. He gave it to me. He gave me every part of it, and it's going to take me. It's going to take some doing to put this one together.
All right, Off Grid Power wants to know how many square feet are in your cabin. They're planning on breaking ground on theirs in the spring.
Ours is 16 by 32. If you figure that up, what's 16 by 32? 500 and what?
It was 500 and something.
560 something square feet, something like that.
And then we're going to put a porch on it.
Then there'll be a porch on two sides of it. On the 16-foot side and a 32-foot side, there'll be an 8-foot porch.
They're saying Evolve is the name of a dry bleach that comes in a tablet form. And
yes,
somebody
you need
else
it in a powder form because
pool bleach would do this for the same thing because it comes in powder.
Your powder forms are more stable than your liquid forms.
Did we get a package yet? No, Sherry, we did not go to town yesterday. We will probably go Monday or Tuesday and check the PO.
Don't forget to have a manual can opener handy. Yes, I keep a P51 or a P52 with me all the time.
Yeah. And so they're listing things. Moringa, if you guys want to know anything about Moringa, JM at the Nut House.
Yes.
Y'all get on her about starting her channel, putting up videos. The woman's...
She's a genius, y'all.
Genius when it comes to Moringa, cooking with all kinds of dried things like quinoa. I mean, she's got the knowledge. She's just got to start putting it out there because she will be y'all's #1 go-to channel if she ever gets started. And I'm going to keep on you, Jen, till you start your channel.
Arky Homesteader says, is the cabin just for vacation or are you moving into it? We're not moving into it.
No.
It's just a place to just get away.
Just to go sit and watch the wildlife because around here until today.
Until today, yeah.
I got to see
a deer in the front yard, yeah.
But all our wildlife is on the back of the property. Plus, we have joined the woofer program, so we're hoping to have a few woofers come in, which means it'll be people coming to stay and help us and learn. And plus, we want to offer it to you, our subscribers. We'll have some of you off and on for a weekend or a week come in, and we hope that you can stay in the cabin for an off-grid experience and learn things here at Deep South. That's our goal, is to offer it for off and on, not continuously. I don't need anybody here continuously, but off and on for a weekend or a week at a time.
Yeah. The Have More Farm says calcium hypochlorite. That's right. I kept wanting to say sodium hypochlorite.
They kept saying not sodium.
Yeah, sodium hydrochloride is the sulfuric acid. What we used to make soap with. When I put the water through the ashes, my mind is blank. I can't help it.
Don't ask me because that stuff goes this way.
Oh, man, it just kills me that my mind is blank right here.
Anyway, y'all know what he's talking about.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's what you used to make soap with anyway.
Yes.
You can
Jen
also
says, "Oh, the pressure." I'm gonna call
lie.
you every.
Future dreams to reality. Lie. See, I love that girl. Yes.
I'm gonna call Jen every day till she starts putting up content on her channel.
Oh, okay.
She won't answer the phone though, y'all.
I know. I will not comply. Says Patriot Ridge is 100% off grid, full of wildlife, scheduled with no
address.
Guy, look, I have an issue with being off grid, y'all. If you have solar, to me, you're not off grid. Now, you may not be connected to the main power source, but you're connected to a power source. My idea of being off grid is like my forefathers were. There was no electricity in that house nowhere.
There wasn't no wiring.
There wasn't no wiring. There wasn't no nothing. Now my house, my cabin will be wired, and it will be.
It'll be a modern off grid.
It'll be a modern off grid because that's what we call it. We don't call it the true off grid. It's a modern off grid.
Hey, I just got Jen another sub. You've got to put content up now. You're getting people subbing to you.
Yes. Oh, let's see.
See, Andy's backyard says, "Come on, Jen, get them videos started. The pressure is on." See, I've got her some people going over there. Roxanne says, "Get to work, Jen." B Lady says, "Jen, let's get them videos going." See, I started.
That's it. I will not comply. Says, let's see. Well, I have more
Active agent says you got to get back to work. Sorry about that.
Susan Carmichael says, "I want to get rid of my address." I'd love to get rid of my address. I can't though because I'm Deep South Homestead. If I did, nobody would know who I was then.
Yeah, Andy's. I about had a coronary at my permaculture certification presentation. I was so bad at public speaking. She speaks wonderfully as long as she thinks nobody's looking at her.
Yeah.
So she's got to learn to turn the camera on something else and just sit back and talk. I got to work on that with her.
Yeah, Sarah says she's going to start a petition for her videos to start. So.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Jen is a world of knowledge, y'all.
That ain't off grid, Danny. That's PO. What is that?
What? PO box.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. B-Lady, you can make lye from ashes, but I suggest buying extra lye from store. Making it is a process. That's correct. The only way, when you make it from ashes, you have to really, it takes a lot of work to get the consistency down, because if you don't get the consistency just right, you won't have good soap. It won't, sonification will not take place if your lye is not right.
Sinclair said modern off-grid living is the Holiday Inn Express.
I was thinking more like a Motel 6, but, you know.
Yeah, Miss Faye says she subbed to Jen a couple of weeks ago. See? No, she said, you guys are a tough crowd.
But I love all of you. That's it.
She's like the sweetest person I've ever met. And she's got wonderful knowledge. Jen's just, she's something.
Well, Ruby Ranch is trying to tell her what to do. You know, she said she just started a channel. She just uses her hands. And, you know, how some people start out.
I've been trying to tell Jen that.
Yeah. Just show the products.
Just point the camera.
Nancy Briggs said she just subbed to Jen at the Nut House.
See? I just got you 4 or 5 subs.
Susan said, come on, Jen. We need your knowledge.
Noah's Ark just subbed.
Jen is just, look.
She's dragging her feet.
When I talk to Jen, it's like talking to myself. I mean, because Jen and I we can talk.
She's very knowledgeable on all these seeds and the Indian culture and the background on the seeds. She's been going to these conferences and she's been listening and gaining knowledge from one place or another on the Cherokee, not just Cherokee, any types of tribes, Native American,
the Hopi Indians, all of them out there. You know
it's awesome.
Yeah.
She said, "I just bring it on." Girl, you just got to do this. You might as well do your first video tomorrow.
Might as well make your first video and get it over with. Go on, get in the money. Get into YouTube.
Get paid.
Get paid once you get 1,000 people. Good luck with that.
Future Dreams spent an hour on the phone with Jen and ended up bursting
at the seams with knowledge. Which seams did you burst?
I told you you'd love Jen. You two are so much alike. You're like a little mini Jen.
You are. Brad said, I just subbed her. Jen, hey.
She said her face is red and she's not even on camera.
But see, you're talking here And you're not on camera. You can do it, girl. I tell
Yeah,
you.
Tim, she's wonderful with a lot of subjects. She's just got to get over that little shy spell. She stood back when we went to Tennessee. She stood back because I'd never met her. I'd been talking to her on the phone, but never met her. I didn't know what she looked like. And she stood back and waited, and she come running up and hugged me. And I still didn't know who she was. And I was fixing to ask until she started speaking. And I knew her voice. So
Roxanne says, do it for homesteading. That's it.
That's it. Now come on, girl. What's Jen's channel name? JM at the Nut House. See the little blue wrench? Just go out to the side and there's 3 little dots. And when you hit those dots, it'll say go to channel. You can go to her channel and sub. See, I probably just got you 10 or 15 subs.
Glenn from Oklahoma says, I just subbed to Jen.
Donna said she subbed. Mud Pie just subbed. Yeah. She's got.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, while y'all are at it, go to, what is it? Where is it at? Let me find it again. Future Dreams to Reality. John Hendrickson just subbed.
Okay, wow. That's it.
Future Dreams to Reality is like a little mini Jen. She is a cute little thing that has a lot of knowledge, and she's learning. And she's soaking up homesteading.
Go to Future Dreams for Reality. Y'all guys sub to her and watch her channels because she's a, what she say, 19?
19.
19 years old, on fire for homesteading.
And just trying to just learn everything.
Trying to learn all she can.
See, look at this, Jen. I'm just amazed. Yeah, Jen's in California. We'd like to
Julie,
get her
she's out there with you, Julie, somewhere. No, Julie's
really
Julie's in Oregon, isn't she?
Pia's in California.
Pia's in California. Yeah. Julie's in Oregon. Okay. She's got more subs than me, and she's yet to make a video.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she's just got to start a channel.
Oh, see, she's had over 180 subscribers now.
That's so funny. She had like 10 or so not too long ago.
Okay.
182 and no videos. That is funny.
That's funny.
Okay, the pressure's on.
The pressure's on, Jen. Okay.
Yeah, I just have too much.
She may never come back.
She may hide in California.
She may hide in California down there somewhere.
Yeah, we're headed to.
You didn't hit it.
No, I missed it.
Yeah, you got to stay with it. You got to tighten up.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now then.
Okay.
What am I thinking? Something went through my brain and it went out.
Jen says she'll speak to you tomorrow, lady. Oh, when she puts lady after it? Yeah.
What happened to Mama?
Yeah.
She usually says, okay, Mama. Now she's going, lady. Oops, I think I'm in
Nancy
trouble.
said it was at 161 when she subbed, and it's already at 180 something.
That's so funny. Keep going.
Christy says she just subbed to Future. Look, y'all, these 2 girls, y'all need to sub to these 2. Future Dreams to Reality is making videos every few days, so y'all need to jump over there and check her out.
Yeah.
Yep, Susan, you did hear. Wanda got a deer. Now, it wasn't the way you thought. No,
and it wasn't with a car or a gun or a knife or a crossbow. God brought that deer across the fence and
laid it in her lap almost.
Laid it in the yard there for us.
Yep.
It was just pretty good. Thank you, Julie. Good night. There was something I was thinking of and it went out. Oh, we're going to be making cane syrup.
Yeah, we're going to be making some cane syrup.
The kitchen.
Yep, we got to finish up the tile work in the kitchen.
What else have we got planned in the next few weeks? At least next week.
Jen said, Future Dreams and I are in cahoots. Y'all watch out. Notice the difference between the way California says something and the way we say it? She said, Future Dreams and I are in cahoots. Watch out, y'all. And I said, y'all watch out. Just backwards of each other.
And she's in California. She's using the word y'all.
Y'all in California. Now that's.
We want to. That was something I was thinking a while ago. Is we would love to get her out of California. I'd like to get her all the way down south, and her daddy's in Arkansas, and I know he would like to get her all
I
over
love her
this
dad.
way.
Her dad's just my kind of guy.
Yeah, Jen's dad's so, and he makes good candy.
He does. He makes real good candy.
He's my kind of guy,
He grows some
too.
good cotton, too.
Well, I grew cotton now, thanks to him.
Yep, you got cotton thanks to Jen's dad.
I guess. I mean,
His
I
name,
got
Berlin?
like Marlin.
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 I knew it was something.
Marlin.
Marlin. Okay.
Yeah.
Great guy, y'all. Real great guy.
Ruby Ranch said they just got a new sub too. See, I've not seen Ruby Ranch before, I don't think. A homestead in the forest. See, I have to go check them out.
We got to check all them out.
And
Okay,
then,
has anybody said we've done anything with Cherokee tan pumpkins? Now, whose fault is that?
yours?
I know it. I keep telling her.
I wanted to cook those
She
pumpkins
wanted to cook them
so
last
bad.
week. And I told her, I says, but we got to find out how long they'll last. I can't be honest with people if I don't know how long they will last.
Yeah, but
Well, we got about 6 or 8 of them. I guess we could spare a couple.
No, we got 10 or 12.
Do
we? Yeah. We can we can spare a couple.
We can spare.
For me to
Noah's
eat.
Ark said tan pumpkins. Yeah, Noah, these are Cherokee tans. These are a rare breed of pumpkins that the Cherokee Indians actually grew and survived off of. So I have some of the seeds, and I've grown them, and I have grown some pumpkins. We will be growing them this coming year. Hopefully, we're going to do the Cherokee Garden. We're going to be shooting a documentary on that with some people.
Let's hope it
We
goes well.
We hope if it all goes well, this will be a big deal. So we're
That
looking
garden's
forward
going
to
to be
that.
pretty much
Right there.
to find future dreams to reality. When you see her name pop up, there's 3 little dots over to the right. Click on that and it'll say go to channel, and then you can go to her channel and sub.
Yep.
And hers is all ran together. She has no spaces. If you put spaces, it won't take you to it.
Roxanne said, "Can we sell cane syrup on Etsy, or can I grow it here in North Carolina?" You can grow it in North Carolina. The cane you can. You can't grow the syrup, but you can grow the cane.
Yeah, we do sell the cane syrup.
But it might be better not to do it on Etsy.
No, she's asking, can we sell the cane syrup? Okay.
On Etsy, no.
Usually what we would do with the syrup, we hadn't made it yet, but we've had a couple of people asked. We will sell it, but you will have to message me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. And when we make it, then we'll let you know how much it's going to cost and stuff, because we're not really sure how much we're going to have and things like that.
Yeah, because people are still buying a lot of sugar cane from us, and
yeah,
we want to make sure that everybody gets sugar cane, because sugar cane is a great permaculture thing to have on your homestead for sweeteners, and in case the grid goes down or whatever and you can't get any kind of sweetener, sugar cane will take the place of your sweetener. You can make syrup from it, you can make sugar, you can make a lot of things.
Yeah. And okay, I thought I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not going to make syrup until just before it freezes. We're going to hope it gets cold.
Olin says, "I'm the only one without a channel. I feel like an outsider." Don't feel like an outsider, man.
Yeah, a lot of these people have.
There's a lot of these people here that don't have channels.
And some of them just put up a video once every now and then or something, you know, just for fun, just to show something.
Yeah.
Tim says he's already sweet enough. He doesn't need any sugar cane.
Go on, my friend.
Just downloaded an ebook on Etsy. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Do we have any more cookbooks left? Yes, my cookbooks are on Etsy. They're on our Etsy store.
Roxanne said, "I would like to grow it." Well, we have plenty of it right now. Can you grow sugarcane in pots? Yes, I have a video up about that.
We put a video up this week called 3 Ways to Grow Sugarcane, where he talks about that. Because we have people that live up north that would like to at least try it. And you can start it in pots and then take it out in the spring. Chasing Dream says, Mississippi sugarcane is the best, hands down. One thing this Mississippi girl misses here in Tennessee. Might have to have some shipped in. You can do it. Stevia takes less room than cane. I have stevia
We have
all
stevia
over the
running
place.
out our ears right now, but stevia is so hard to process.
Well, I mean, you can use it like I can just dry it and
You can
grind
dry it, grind it up in leaves and stuff like that,
Yeah.
put it in stuff, but still, sugar cane may take up a lot more space, but it makes a whole lot more stuff.
It tastes so much better.
Yeah.
Stevia has a really strong taste.
It has a bitter
but
aftertaste.
we have a lot of stevia just in case. So
Yeah.
that's the other sweetener that we have here. Nancy Briggs.
I try to put a video out, but I get too nervous. There's no need to get nervous, girl. I mean,
if you get ugly comments, just delete them.
Just delete them. I mean, you're
And
the one
keep
in
going.
control, you know. Somebody gets out of line, just take them out.
Noah's Ark just put a video up about putting out their shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child. That is something when I was in Hattiesburg that I helped with a lot, was the Christmas shoe boxes. Here I've not gotten into what they're doing here. We have a small church, and I think they may do a few of those boxes, but where I came from, the church, we usually did about 100 boxes or so. You can delete mean comments. Yes.
Yes.
We do it all the time.
We do it all the time.
We don't get that many. I was
I
telling
say it
Danny,
all the time. We talked about that today, as a matter of fact.
we probably get 1 or 2 a week, even on our channel. But I've seen them on others where people don't pay any attention and don't delete them, and they get a lot. So we are blessed. We just don't have that many ugly comments.
Coco Noel says, Danny, what is sorghum? Sorghum is like sugar cane. It grows a lot taller and a lot skinnier. It can be grown from seeds. Sugar cane is a rhizome grown from the roots or from the cane itself. Sorghum takes a whole pile of it to actually make anything. But it stands cold weather a lot better than sugar cane does.
Night, Sandy. Jen, I did not know that about the moringa. She said the nut of the moringa, you can crack it and eat it, and and everything sour like lemons will be sweet for about 20 to 30 minutes. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
How do you make cane syrup into table sugar?
Keep cooking it till it turns solid. What makes sugar is air, cold air. When you hold the syrup in the air with a spoon and pour it off of the spoon and let it drip down like you're testing for when you're making candy in the softball or hardball stage, if you keep doing that with syrup and cold air blowing through it, as the syrup falls, it crystallizes and it will actually turn to sugar. And you can keep cooking it until actually you cook everything out but the sugar. But you have to be really, really careful because you can scorch it when it gets like that. It's best to, once you cook it to a certain point, to just let it set for a while and don't put any citric acid in it and with sugar on its own, just sitting.
Don't you make molasses out of sorghum?
You can make molasses out of sorghum or sugar cane. It's just all in the cooking process. Molasses is cooked longer than syrup is. Let's see here.
They're just talking about putting up videos, I think, for now.
Let's see.
And they're talking about the shoe boxes and things like that. So it is almost 9.
Gosh, we've been on here for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Yo, Jen at the Nut House is a moringaologist. I think so.
Oh, man.
Do most churches do things for kids at Christmas time? Lots of them participate in what they call Operation Shoebox, where they pack a shoebox. Each individual person can pack things for a child into a shoebox, and they send them across to different countries that where the children they have what they call needy children, I guess, and they take them in by ship or bus or whatever.
Put Terry on the request.
Terry? Okay. And they take them to those and hand them out to those children with the toys and different things that you can put in there.
Terry, we will definitely be praying for you. I lost my wife, was it been 5 years ago?
6.
6 years ago
7.
now? 7. Been 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 fixing to be 8.
No, it was in 2011, 6 years
6 years ago. Yeah, I lost her 6 years ago. So I definitely know how you feel. Um, we'll be praying for you because she's wanting to do Christmas for her kids.
Yeah.
And guys, look, if y'all can help Terry in any way, don't be afraid to help her.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, is helping people that need it. She
Yeah,
needs your love, she needs your prayers, and she needs you to kind of rally behind her and help her with this throughout Christmas.
yeah. It can be a hard time. For me, I didn't celebrate. As a matter of fact, you can ask Wanda, I haven't celebrated Christmas in probably 5 or 6 years. I mean,
It's really tough on him.
it's kind of tough on me. It's just hard. I mean, I can't say it. It is what it is. But let me say this, Terry. As time goes on, the burden and the hurt gets easier to deal with. Okay.
Dee says there is an orphanage there that their church does for.
Our church actually makes up gift boxes. We do gift boxes for Thanksgiving and for Christmas.
Yeah, and we do that for needy families in our area.
Yeah.
We kind of put feelers out and find people that need this, and we put together a full Thanksgiving or Christmas meal, both, and we put canned goods, a turkey. They put flour, sugar.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards into one gift box for a family, and it's enough to feed them for a few days. Okay, so
Grizz says Ball Bell lost her daughter 3 days ago to drugs. She could use our prayers also.
Okay, I'm not.
Terry says her daughter is 16. She's autistic and has a son that is 11.
Okay.
Guys, y'all keep her in your prayers, and if you can help her any way you can. I mean, that's what we're all about, is trying to get people to come together and to help bind up hurt and meet needs. Y'all just message each other privately. You don't have to do anything here openly. If you want to help,
yeah,
just do what you do what you need to do. I think it's a good thing. I really do.
Hey, guy.
Okay.
That's Life
Unwired. Hey.
Okay, if you want to put up prayer requests, go ahead.
Yeah.
I had 2 or 3. I know. Let me see if
you had them somewhere here wrote down.
I don't remember. I had more last week, but the ones in the last couple of days, because I don't have a full list tonight. Nancy had let me know that she had a friend that was killed by a truck this week, and she needed our prayers on that. Quake Lake is not here tonight. Sheila was with her son somewhere. I can't remember where, but anyway, her mother is in the hospital, and we want to remember her. But Sheila had left and went out of town and found out after she got 10 hours away that her mom was in the had been put in the hospital, and so she's probably back home by now. She's been trying to get back there to see about her. 70 Farms is on here. We want to keep her in our prayers. Danny's dad and brother, and anybody else in the area, because I had several from last week, and it's really hard for me to remember all of them. Amy Sutherland.
Yeah.
I've seen her in and out. I think she was in the chat last week, but I meant to message her this week and see how she's doing.
Yeah.
Shay is in the hospital
for 2 weeks now. Wow.
For thicker dumplings, what do you use? Self-rising flour.
Yeah.
If you use self-rising flour, they will plump up. I use plain flour because I like real thin dumplings.
Brenda said she went to pray for someone and put up, and somebody unloaded on her for doing it. There's always going to be haters out there, Brenda. Don't worry about it.
Just continue to pray, and God knows.
Yeah, and Dee, I'm sorry about the veteran. That happens a lot. we will continue to keep them in there.
And you guys remember Dee?
Yes.
She's became a really good friend of ours, and she could always use your prayers. She seems to be doing really well right now. We hoping to see her again soon. Music well, the routine
complications from a routine. I still have problems from my gallbladder. And it's been what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
I still have problems from my gallbladder surgery. Anyway, guys, we need to go to prayer. I don't want to keep holding y'all here tonight. We just want to remember as many of these as we can in prayer. The Lord sees them all. We may not remember the names, but God has saw the intent of the heart when y'all put them up on here. And we'll be praying that He looks down upon them and watches over them. So, Father, we come to you tonight. We just approach your throne, Lord, humbly, but at the same time boldly, Lord, believing that you can do all things and that you can answer all prayers, and that you're the great physician, Father. Lord, there's been a lot of people here that's mentioned the loss of loved ones during the holiday seasons, Father. That can be some of the hardest times, and yet, Lord, we don't understand at times why these things happen, but yet we know that in your perfect world, we have to understand that there's rejoicing in heaven when you bring a saint home. And it's never easy here, Lord, but we know that one day we'll meet up with them again, and we'll be able to rejoice at that time. And Father, I pray that you grant peace. I pray that you bring joy back into their lives and help them to, Lord, to be able to just make it through the days. And Father, I pray as a community here that we can come together and help those that are facing these problems in their lives, Lord, and these griefs and stuff. And Lord, help them to understand that there are 7 stages to grief that we go through, and Father, the fact that we have no reaction sometimes is a reaction to a grief, and Father, there's just different stages we go through, and I pray that the ones that are going through it, Lord, that they don't get hung up on any of the stages, but that they can move along and progress safely through them. And Father, sometimes there's anger, and this is a perfectly natural thing to happen, and Lord, just help them with that, and help them to get through it, to get over it now. Lord, there are those that have had cancer and they've been healed, and we want to praise you for that. Got good reports, and Father, there are those that are financially struggling, and Lord, I pray that during this holiday season that you'll bless them financially and raise up people to help them if need be, Father. And Lord, there are those that are having surgeries, complications from surgeries, Father. Addictions, strongholds in their lives. Lord, there's lots of areas here that people really need your help in. We're going to pray tonight that all the ones in our chat here tonight that has put up any kind of prayer request, Father, for whatever it may be, I pray you'll answer it in a way that will best glorify and edify your kingdom and bring peace and happiness and joy back to their families now. Father, we just pray that you continue to bless us so that we can reach out and bless other people now. We just want to pray for the nation of Israel and all the things that's going on over there in the Middle East, Lord, that we know things is on your time clock, and Lord, they're ticking away, and I just pray that everybody will have time to get their homesteads in order and get their prepping done and everything ready, Father, so when that day comes and we need to be ready, we'll be ready, Father. We just ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay. We are ready to get off here tonight, guys. We did not realize we kept y'all in here that long.
Dee says she's doing great.
We have appreciated y'all being on here with us tonight and spending this time with us because, believe it or not, guys, y'all are a tremendous blessing to us.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of y'all say that we're a blessing to you, but the truth of the matter is you're really a blessing to us. And we want to tell you we appreciate that. And is there anything else you want to say, baby?
No, I'm getting sleepy.
She's getting sleepy. All right, guys, we're going to probably get off of here and just go get ready for bed. Let our fire die down here, close the door back, and try to get some sleep. So y'all have a blessed week this week, and thank you from Deep South Homestead.
Thank you, guys.